All right, man. So we bringing y'all the post game. We pushing through, doing this out of love. Obviously, we appreciate y'all, man, coming through. And today's stream is brought to you by BetUS. Make sure you bet on yourself. You can also receive 125% bonus on your first few deposits up to $2,000. So let's get it. So, Coach, we gonna start with you because I know you lost a friend of yours that was a New York Giants fan. I think it's just appropriate that you recap and kind of start your thoughts and initial thoughts on this game, and then preparing us to move forward. So, what's your thoughts, Coach?
Well, it's always good to get a victory. It wasn't a clean victory at all. It showed a lot of undisciplined stuff, too many penalties on our team, too many plays that we left on the field that we should be making. But it's good to get a victory and be 2-2 going into the where we're going into where maybe the second quarter of our season. It was a tough game today, as Boss you mentioned, that I found out, just maybe about an hour before the game time, that a good friend of mine for over 20 some years, that there was a big time Giants fan. He was from New York and he was a big time Giants fan. He passed away yesterday afternoon from a stroke, and I found out maybe an hour before the game. I'll be calling him if this is the Giants. I done call him so many. Matter of fact, I had stopped calling him because we had beaten the Giants so many times in a row. I had stopped even calling Keith and talking to him because we had beat him so much. And but we really talked about that. We was card partners when we played cards. Me and him we ran the house when we played cards, man. And I'm really gonna miss him. But outstanding father, outstanding friend. To his outstanding father, to his daughters, outstanding friend, man, and just want to just salute him, man. And I know he's looking down on the Giants, even though they lost, but he was a big time New York fan and everything in New York. But again, a good victory by the Cowboys. Hope we can come out of this game with. We had some injuries, some banged up stuff. Hope we can learn for some stuff from this. Cowboy Nation, let's get this offense together, man. And let's be realistic and not closed eye to what we're seeing offensively.
What's on your mind, Amp?
It wasn't pretty. It wasn't shiny. It wasn't twinkly. It wasn't nothing like that. But it was most important. It was a W. Good to get back in the win column. Definitely still some areas needs improvement. You got 10 days. Guys can get a chance to let their body rest. Hopefully, prayerfully, these injuries are not major. You get out of here with a win and relatively healthy.
Yeah. Well, ugly win. Ugly win. How many penalties did we have, Amp?
11 for 89 yards.
So we had 11 penalties. So we had our first half we had 9 in the first half, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that means we cleaned it up in the second half. So a little bit better in terms of that. But ugly win. Defense did their part. Mozzie played better. I think Mozzie was a bright spot today. So, it's one of those things to where I will say this. As we trying to think this through.
No, I'm not thinking it through, boss. I already thought it through.
All right, so I'm going to finish my point, and then I got your C. The only silver lining I can say is the offense in terms of red zone execution was stale last year. Mike McCarthy, you're going to have to do something different, man. Nobody can have your back based on that play caller.
Yeah, man. So listen, the Cowboys win a game that I said that they will win in a ugly, close fashion to a very average team. Which right now, unfortunately, the Cowboys are an average team, based upon how they're
Mm-hmm.
playing right now. And offensively, the Cowboys are gonna have to find a spark. Jets to CD Lamb and one-on-ones to CD Lamb with coverage rolling over the top, things like that. That's not gonna work. Running hitches to Brandon Cook is not gonna work. You need to let Brandon Cooks get loose and stretch the defense and use the speed that's still left in his legs. Also, defensively, man, look, the Giants are really not a good offensive team. I'm sorry. They're okay. They're just average. They're average or even below average. And in my opinion, listen, you can call me Mr. Pessimistic because look, they won the game, but I'm gonna tell you something. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like the look of it. I don't like the smell of it. I don't like the feel of it. I don't think this team was playing with the urgency that I need to see. Yeah, they had a better performance versus a weaker offensive team, but I am here to see the Cowboys execute and perform versus the elite teams, versus the good teams, and put up consistently strong performances. And right now, I don't know if we have what it takes. And I'm going to jump out on the limb as much as I love Ezekiel Elliott. We need more pocket running back. We need more pocket running back from somebody, and we don't have a strong threat there, and that's a weakness right now in terms of this offense on a very ugly win versus the Giants.
OC,
Yes, sir.
it's Mike McCarthy. No offense. Has time passed him by?
Mike McCarthy is kind of like that guy that thinks that disco music is still in, and the whole generation has shifted to rap. He reminds me of that. He reminds me. Everybody has that uncle. Well, at least in the African American hue, we have that uncle that gets together at the family reunions. He got on these long black socks, and he got on sandals and a nice outfit, and he think he look good, and everybody else looking at him like, "What you doing, man? Well, like, what's up with your shoes? Like that's what it is with Mike McCarthy, man. It's just a situation to where, man, McCarthy, man, is a guy that really does need input if he's going to run the offense. He needs input. He needs to take the input and implement the input. We all need input, and that's not a slight against him as a person. But right now, bro, you lack creativity, man. You cannot always, man, just we're gonna get you with this. It's like, no, man, you're gonna have to open up the offense. You're gonna have to be creative, and you're gonna have to use your weapons. And here it is, boss. Your depth. You're not using the depth. You got depth at tight end. Use these guys. Some of these guys can line up in the slot. You can shift. You can motion. You can compress. You can expand. You can do different things to manipulate and make that defense think. Right now, every defense is settled in on you, man. They're keyed in on what you're doing. And it's like either they got the athletes and they can stop you or they don't.
Right.
That's how you look right now. You're very predictable. Very predictable. And that's the problem.
Coach Marv, give us your final words, man. Go ahead and get out of here. I know you hanging on with us. I want to keep my promises.
Yeah, but I just want to say, I seen it in this game. If you had kept getting the ball to Rico, you were gonna get your breakaway run. But what you do is, if you don't get that first carry, then it ain't gonna come. I mean, it's almost that this guy's averaging 4 yards a carry. Your whole team averaging 5 yards a carry. The breakaway run is coming because the dam is going to break because you're getting close to getting that. But again, it has gotten to a point, man, where I know we like to talk about the ownership, but Mike McCarthy didn't want no running back in this organization. He didn't bang on the table for you to draft no running back. He didn't bang on the table for you to get no Derrick Henry. Because if you get those guys, he would be obligated to do something that he doesn't want to do. And that's run the football. And just be basic with it. I'm tired of giving excuses because just is who he is. And he's been this way since Green Bay.
All right, Coach, we got
Hey,
it. Appreciate you holding it
salute
down
y'all
with us.
fellas, man.
Take care, Coach.
Hopefully we can get that watch party together, that scout party together this weekend, boss.
I just need to get the times, and I'll do my best.
All right, salute.
We got to get the total numbers, and I want to ask the OC some questions as you break down the numbers.
Okay.
What was the final numbers in terms of pass attempts to rush attempts and the averages, and then we go kind of break that down on what that means.
Gotcha. So Dak was 22 of 27 for 271. So 27 attempts passing, and then rushing we had as a team collectively 23 attempts for 80 yards. So you average 8.2 a pass in the pass game, and your run game as a team averaged 3.5.
Okay.
It was actually considerably higher until that last drive where they just sold out on the run.
Yeah, the closeout messed up the average because they stack in the box. Makes sense. How many attempts?
23.
So we end up having 23 rushing attempts.
Mm-hmm.
And how many pass
Rico
attempts?
led 27.
Okay. So that final drive is what it kind of
far off. Yeah.
That final drive kind of tried to put him back in balance. I would call it artificial balance. What's your thoughts on that, OC?
It's just that this team is relying on Dak Prescott and on CeeDee Lamb. It's almost like, and I do think some of this is influenced by the front office. I'm just going to give my opinion.
Me too.
Because like we just paid these guys $130 million. We just paid this guy, $200. So we're going to use them. We're going to ride. We're going to use and yeah,
that's
you're
what
gonna
it look like.
You're going to have to do that, but that's not all you can do, man. You're going to have to do more than that. Listen, let me go out and just say this. Dak Prescott and CeeDee Lamb alone is not enough to win.
Ooh.
It's not enough. This is the NFL. Right. This is not Pee Wee football. Okay? This is not high school football. It's too much talent. You're playing against the best teams and men in the world. Every good team has 2 to 3 weapons. Look at any good offense, they have 2 to 3 weapons that they can use on a consistent basis. That's called balance. So at the end of the day, man, you're going to have to get off that horse and your little buyer's remorse of having to pay money that you could have saved on if you paid earlier, about force feeding. We're going to ride them, make them throw 50 times. Just get the ball to CeeDee Lamb. Get it to Lamb. Get it to Lamb. No, that's not going to work, man. You got to use Lamb as a decoy. You got to give people other chances and other looks, man. It's not going to work if you just do that all by yourself. And that's what you're doing. And that's one of the things, by the way, in my opinion, that has this offense looking kind of sluggish. And you know what? I don't even care the fact that, hey, man, we got stopped at the end because, you stack in the box, man. You're averaging 3.5, man. That's your average. Your averages are your averages. It's called a median. That's why we call it an average. It's an average. And look, yeah, Rico got some good runs off, man. But at the end of the day, man, we need more pop. We need more explosiveness. We need to mix things up and get the offense vertically going down the field, man. And that's what we need to do. And we need to commit to running the football, and not just in garbage time, but to establish the offense and to be able to effectively do play action off of that. And right now, we just look kind of like blah, blah, blah. Like, have you ever, and this is before y'all was married and all that stuff, but have you ever seen somebody you kind of look like, well, what you think about it, man? You felt like, he's all right. Is she ugly? No. Is she pretty? No. What you think? He's all right.
Yeah, all right.
That's what I think about the Cowboys. That's what it is. They're all right. Okay. Not up or down, bro. They're lukewarm. Then you get spit it out the mouth. There you go. There's some scripture for you to balance out the example. Anyway, go ahead, man.
Oh, man, I don't know why. Yeah, I don't know why he acting like I was rushing him. Man.
No, bro. I know you wasn't, man. I'm just trying to pass the mic a little bit, man. I'll come right back.
No, you can hog, bro. It's just 3 of us. And plus, we ain't heard from you. They've been hearing from us.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
so we more so interested in hearing from you.
I got you then. Yeah, man. I mean, listen, guys. If you think about the top offenses and you think about the top teams in the league and you think about the kind of things that they do. Compare the Cowboys to what the other teams do. Do we do what the other top offenses do? No. Think about Andy Reeves and his creative play calling. Think about what we just saw last week with the effective action with basically a read option, QB sweeps, and picking your shots down the field. Think about the Dolphins and the spread concept, but then they compress and go to power football. Think about teams like that. And when you think about those things, you look at the Cowboys, A, we don't have the personnel, in my opinion, and B, we really don't execute in terms of the creativity of the play calls. And defensively, man, we go play good versus average teams. That's what I think. That's my opinion at this point. Because right now, we play better against the average to below average team. But when you play some guys that can really block you, what are you going to do? And I just think, you know, this is that summertime song. Remember that song, man? The Will Summertime? And they say the old folks dance at the family reunion.
Yep.
That loop keeps going. That's Mike Zimmerman. The old folks dance at the family reunion. That's him dancing at the family reunion. That's what it is, man. And it's like, I don't know, man. I think everybody on this offensive and defensive staff, pretty much most people, y'all need a shot of testosterone. Y'all need to forget about your diet. Forget about eating healthy. No, just get some synthetic tea. Just inject it right in your thigh so you can start to get your mojo back, bro. That's what we need. We ain't got no mojo. That's what I said. We don't have mojo. We don't have it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why you look at that girl and kind of be like, yeah, what you think? She alright. You know why? Because she ain't got no mojo, bro. She don't got no pop. She ain't got no wow factor. She just kind of just like, she's alright. She's alright. You don't feel anything when you see her. She doesn't invoke emotions or passion. And the Cowboys are just flat, like a guy that needs Viagra, man. I'm just sorry. That's how I feel. But anyway.
Regina, this is why I love you.
She read my mind.
Man.
Yeah, I don't. Regina, you took my thought. Regina, because I'm looking at how Terrence Steele is setting. He's setting weird, bro. His kick slide is different. That's why he almost got beat for that second end of the game. His kick slide is weird. Like they changed his kick slide. He's not using his inside hand. He's not bringing his punch. And I think that's a coach trying to come in and change him and quote unquote fix him, when really all you need to do is just let the dude be healthy and let him be explosive and aggressive with those 45-degree slides and punch and be an athlete and keep those boys on the end of those long arms versus getting so much depth, trying to get whipped. Then he misses with his hands, and that was a good rush by Thibodeau, by the way, to slap and rip underneath. But yeah, man, but I see Tyler Guyton fighting, so it's not all bad. I see Tyler Guyton fighting. I see BB making strides. But some of the veterans, man, they don't look as good. I'll be honest with you. They don't look as good. Steele been giving up pressures these games, man. Gave up a couple of sacks, I think, too. He don't look quite as good, man. I'm being honest. And I love Steele. Steele's my guy. He's my guy. But right now, I don't know.
Yeah.
Let me. So, one thing I noticed is we Mike McCarthy does not have a proven go-to this year. The other thing about this offense is it seems like it's not building. It's just random play calls here and there. Nothing is progressive from the previous play. There is no setup. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just looking at this chess game, and you play chess, you can't just move without thinking. You can get away with that in checkers, but we are not playing checkers. This is chess. And I'm just seeing Mike McCarthy making moves and checking boxes, but not really giving any thought to, he's at the game, but he's not in the game. And I think that's
it's like that lame duck is in his head, bro.
All in his head. And he's talking about being rooted, but he couldn't be further from it.
You shaking, bro. You look shaking. You play calling like you shaking right now. Like Jerry and them broke your confidence. Like the whole design was supposed to, I guess, put fire under you. It's like it broke you. You don't have the
Yep.
mental toughness of Dak. You don't. You don't. Just I'm
You
looking
know
at him.
what,
His play
too?
calling looks scared. And I'm gonna say
Is
this
this
too.
not the first time in his history, boss, that he is coached on a 1 year deal? Because when he was with Green Bay, they just terminated the rest of the contract. So has he ever been lamed up? I don't think
I'm not
so.
even sure. I want to say this though. I'm gonna pass to you and you, OC. I'm gonna go ahead and go on a limb right now. I think Solari need to be the first one get fired. I think he need to be the guy that get fired in season.
Bro, that man is undoing all of Duke's work.
Yeah, I'm serious, bro. This goes back to the book of Boss Cowboy, which reads as thus, chapter 1, verse 3. That if
Yes,
an
sir.
individual is playing bad, you blame that
Mhm.
individual and you hold that individual accountable. But if the group is
That's
playing
right.
bad, verse 3,
Yes, sir.
you fire the coach.
Amen. Amen.
Preach.
Amen.
Talk to me, OC.
Amen. Yeah, man. At the end of the day, man, sometimes we get caught up doing more than what we need to do. If you inherited some great players, let them be great. You tweak them here and there, but you don't change the way they play football. And that's what I saw when I look at Terrence Steele's kick slide. It looks like he's being told to do something different.
You
But
done
I
changed his
had
golf
given him.
swing.
Yeah, exactly. And you don't need to change your kick. If you're a tackle and this, bro, no, you don't need, because this same Terrence Steele is a guy that before the ACL, this guy gave up like 1 sack and like 2 years or something like that. So he's not broken. He just needed to get healthy, and that's why I said that. Now Tyler Guyton is just a freaky athlete. He's freaky quick. He's strong too, and he's just go grow. He's going to end up being who he is. But even Zach Martin, man, Zach Martin is aging before our eyes, man. He's a great man. He's a first-time Hall of Famer. I'm not hating and shading on him, but I said this earlier, man. Sometimes, man, when you get long in the tooth, you can do the job, but it's not you doing the job. It's just how well you do the job. How dominant can you be? And in this league, to create gaps, you need a couple people on your line to be dominant. And I think Zach is okay, but I don't. Zach is not dominant anymore. He's not dominant anymore. He's the guy doing his job. He's the guy getting through. He's still a really good player, but he's not dominant anymore. Cooper Beebe is growing. You know, Tyler Smith is probably the grownest man on the line. He makes technical errors, and I think they even mess with his technique too a little bit, just in terms of what I see him doing. I should do a film breakdown on all this stuff, and I will. But I just think that, man, if you're not getting pushed, we're not getting seams. We're averaging 3.5 a game. In this game, I don't know what the average are. Am, can you do this for me? Am, what have the Cowboys average running the ball per carry in these other games? That's what I'll be interested to see, and I think it's going to bear out to be around the same. But if I had that piece of information, I could tell you succinctly that this is going good or this is going bad. Because I don't want to overreact, but like I said on X, I don't want to underreact either. And I think that this is a sticking point. Something to note in particular.
So I'm pulling that information up for you. Let me ask you this, OC. If you had a situation where you had a choice of two lines, right?
Mm-hmm.
And let's say they were of equal talent potential.
Mm-hmm.
What are the pros and cons of the young line versus the old line or the aged line? What will be your preference?
I think the Cowboys have the perfect mix of youth and age. Okay? I think that the old line, you know what you're going to get. You expect high performance. Okay? You expect high performance. You expect to move the ball. The young line, you expect some growing pains, and you expect some ups and downs, but you still expect them to be good, or you wouldn't be starting them. You expect them to be good. You don't expect them to be great right now, but you expect them to be pretty good. So long term, for players that have talent, then yeah, a young line. But for the right now, I need productivity right now. So I think I know where you're going with this, Amp, and I'll just go ahead and say that, the Cowboys do have some youth in there. But at the same time, you got to be able to help your youth be successful, which is why the Cowboys could have done more with running back. They could have gotten more explosive offensive tools outside of CeeDee Lamb to help a young offensive line. They need weapons. They need play calling. They need great coaching. That's what I think.
Real quick, I'm gonna switch to the D.
All right.
Yeah.
His best game.
Yeah.
His best game so far. Now, obviously, I got to go take another look at the film, because I wasn't just glued in him, but he flashed like I've never seen him flash. Mozzie played fast and hungry today. He also showed tremendous push at the point. It made me say that likely last week his back was hurting him, because the game last week.
Could it be the hell?
Yeah, because see, last week, I already, he just didn't look good versus the Ravens on a couple of plays. For most of the plays, he did look good, but a couple of plays he got just demolished. So I had to ask the question. I say, was he playing through that back? If the answer to that from today was yes. So special shout out to you, Mozzie. You've been through a lot, losing weight, gaining weight, shoulder surgeries, Boss calling you a bust, Boss saying they hate Michigan players. If I could just say today, you shut them up. Now you got to keep shutting them up, but today you shut them up. What's your thoughts, Sam?
Yeah, I think he definitely did. We weren't calling his name because he was doing what he was supposed to. And by him doing what he was supposed to, you saw the direct reflection in the run game. They weren't getting off. They weren't gashing us. The linebackers were able to flow because everything was relatively clean in front of them. That one position single-handedly affects the rest of your defense, whether you want to believe it or not. It affects your corners and the coverage and how tight they need to be. I mean, the time and how long they have to guard said player. It's just a lot. And, I know a lot of people have been super critical about him as far as, his comment that he made 2 years ago about not liking football, but liking to hit people. I'm not reading too much into that, honestly. Yes, you could take it that way, like this guy's just collecting a check, but at the same time, you could say that's just a testament to his nastiness. It just all depends on how you look at it. But kudos to him for sticking with it, for being mentally tough. And when his body was healthy enough, he rose to the occasion and he performed. I mean, you can only ask that from a third-year player. Again, this is a process. Defensive tackle is not an overnight success story. He's got to put in the work.
OC.
Yeah, man, I think that Mozzie did some good things in this game, and I'm glad because I think that you can build confidence from this as a young player. I think that hopefully he can build upon it quickly, and he's in an unenviable position of having to really show up and be, a third or fourth year mature player his second year, because we won't spend no money and get him no help, basically. And so now he just got to do it. So hopefully he can build upon it. I don't expect Mozzie to have a bunch of games like this, I'll be honest with you. I expect him to be more flat than up. But as long as he's not down, we okay. He don't got to be great. He just can't be real bad. And if he's solid, he's going to survive and be okay. But that's not in itself going to be good enough for us to have success versus the great teams. We're going to have to get him some more help. whether it be packages, whether it be angles or run blitzes, whether it be stunts, whether it be something, right? Because him by himself, and I said this, and even you said this, Boss Cowboy, is not going to be good enough long term as we get deep in the season. But if he can hold up and just basically be even and just not be bad, we're going to be okay. And then we'll take a good game here or there. So good job to him.
I got to say this since we turned to the D. I cannot, in good faith and honest content, ignore the fact that I saw you with 2 eyes get run down by a tight end with a 15-yard.
Bro, it was sad, dog.
No, what the, bro?
It was worse than D-Law outrunning Kalen Carson. That was just the not hustling.
What the fuck
But
is
he
that?
literally got beat, bro. Like, ran down. Like, oh, Jesus Christ.
What the fuck is that?
Like, how does that not stand out on film, bro? Like how can an opposing team not circle that? And I like Malik.
It looked like a cheater running down a gazelle, dog.
And it was a tight end, bro.
Hey, these boys can run, man. Don't hit on these tight ends.
No, OC, no.
Hey,
No,
these boys
OC.
can run.
Hell no!
No, OC,
Oh,
we
you
not
see this
doing
guy?
it.
See this guy? Number one bullshit guy.
No, we
he
not
do the
doing
wee
it.
woo, wee woo.
I can't ignore that, OC. I just
Well,
cannot.
look, boss. But why did he run him down then? You know what I'm saying? It's like you saying that it's wee woo, but he ran him down like he fast. So that tight end must be fast.
No,
He ran him down.
okay? What did your eyes see? Did you see a fast tight end or a slow safety?
I saw a slow safety with a getting ran down by a tight end that has some good speed.
Oh,
I'm gonna say
hell no!
He has some good speed.
Boy,
What?
28 has a new first and last name. It is slow in motion.
Hey, hey, man, listen, man. Hey, man, look, man. Hey, what they say? Father Time is undefeated, man. He got them old legs now, bro. He know how to play the coverages. He know the technique. But in terms of that sprinter speed, bro, that might this might be gone, man.
Nah, that was the what was that moment of the game to me, bro. That was the
What the fuck is that?
like I was like, bro, what? Did I just see that?
This
What
just
the fuck
in.
is that?
The Allstate, this the next gen stat of the game. During the attempted take back, Malik Hooker was clocked it running 3.8 miles an hour.
God dang, no. Sometimes I will say, because I always try to be balanced, bro. I will say, sometimes that lactic acid do build in them legs.
He was a little stiff.
Yeah, man.
Sometimes that lactic acid, it don't mean you slow either. Cause remember, Deion Sanders got ran down by a punter. You know. So sometimes them legs, it just you in that adrenaline. Especially if you read track. If you read track, you feel me. When you coming down that anchor and you out of gas, your legs sometimes just gone. I'm just hoping that was the case, bro.
Jello.
Man, but
Hey, well, this is a laughable moment in the film room. Because you know when they get in that film room,
they gonna eat him up.
They gonna drag him.
Oh, they gonna eat him.
They gonna tear him up.
They gonna eat his lunch.
They gonna tear him up, and he's gonna have no defense. He's gonna have no defense. There's nothing you can say.
He
You
could
just
be
like, hey, man.
He could have just got tired. Nah, bro, you look
Bro,
real slow.
I'd
man.
have had to fall down.
You
and
look
fake a
real
cramp
slow.
right there,
He
bro.
look real dog. Cause see, when you pick up a fumble like that, I know the feeling. Your adrenaline going, bro. You supposed to have been moving.
Right.
That's when you hit your top speed.
I mean, you
Not
supposed to
your
hit your
low-end
top speed, not your low speed. L.
Yeah. And if that was top,
What the fuck is that?
All right. So listen. All right. This the last subject, and we gonna get up out of here, man. Give our final words. I'm not gonna post this video tomorrow. I'm gonna just keep it in the archives, and it's done. It was a good video too. I think it was one of my best.
Cupcake.
I still might post that thing. I still might post that thing.
Frosting?
Yeah, because it's something we got to keep our own. I'm gonna still post it. I'm gonna post it. Yeah, because it's something we got to keep our own. We got to stay focused.
For documentation purposes, yeah.
Yeah, we got to stay focused. Like, we can't fall asleep on what's going on with Zimmer just because we won. So I'm gonna post it. Yeah, I'm gonna post it. So let's talk about this real quick. OC, what's your thoughts on Zimmer this game?
Like I said, not good, not real bad, but just okay.
All right.
Just a little, she all right. She like what you think about it. Did she fine though? Think she ugly? No, I ain't gonna say she ugly. I mean, what you think? She all right. All right. She just, just all right. I mean, that's it. That's all I can say. Just all right with the A. All right. That's what he was this game, man. And it's nothing of note. There's nothing to be happy about. It's nothing to be too extraordinarily sad about, besides the fact that this is a historically pretty much a bad offense on a below average to average team at their best. Speaking about the New York Giants, and as far as I'm concerned, if I was on the coaching staff, I would be like, man, we should pretty much shut these guys out or hold them to a couple field goals. Like, that should be it, in my opinion. That's my opinion. How you play a team like this if you good. That's if you good, though. That's if you good. And that's the issue. I don't think the Cowboys real good right now. That's what I think.
I really think this is a situation where, when you look at the last 3 games, this offensively with the team was the team with the least amount of talent. And I think, honestly and truthfully, Zim and the defense really just wasn't tested this game. I do appreciate the fact that they clamped down on the run game. But, I mean, let's keep it honest. We were not fearful of their run game. We were just fearful at how we play the run game. So all in all, yes, they did improve, but I'm measuring it 50-50 because that team really didn't provide any challenges for you defensively, through personnel, through scheme, leverage, all that good stuff. They really didn't test you. I think when it all boils down, it was just us not capitalizing, us making small mistakes, us just not following through, wrapping up, making a tackle, keeping contained. Simple stuff like that. If you alleviate those mistakes, they might have only gotten 6 points, real talk. Because Coach said it. We shouldn't have let them get past us on that play. Yeah, y'all heard him say it last game, but that's what it is. It should have been much more of a blowout than what it was. We let them hang around. But, I'm going to keep my eye on Zimmer because we got some firepower coming up, and he going to need to be able to hold his own.
So, on my final words, we got Pittsburgh coming up. We got a lot of time to rest. The only silver lining that I see is that a lot of times after the bye, Mike McCarthy in the past has done a good job of kind of fine-tuning the mistakes that was happening early. We saw that last year where we went into the bye after San Fran spanked us, and we came out a whole new offense. We came out a brand new slinging the rock. I'm still hoping that we sitting in a situation where Mike McCarthy pill has not kicked in yet. We know you took the Viagra, but you older. You need to go drink you some ocean spray, some cranberry juice. You need to help that pill hit your kidney faster. Because we need much better than what we saw. Yeah. We need much better than what we saw. Like, people can't defend you, Mike, after this. So I need you to shake the nerves. I need you to get that lame duck out your head and fight for your future coaching career. Because you made Coach Marv look extremely right. Fighting for you and having your back. We cannot do that. today.
Yeah.
And not have integrity. Anybody with integrity got to point the finger dead at your stale play calling. So my final words is, man, this is also one of the better games to see, a much better game in Mozzie, especially knowing that we got some major run teams coming. Pittsburgh will run the ball. They won't get cute like the Giants and get away from the running game. They go stick with it. They go run it right down our throat. That's what they do. We're going to see that with Pittsburgh. I promise you. They go lean on their D and they go run the ball. Detroit got a real good offensive line. They are going to run the ball. They definitely going to run the ball, and that's their identity, to run the ball. You're going to see that. And we know San Fran is going to run the ball, so we needed what we saw out of you today, Mozzie. But I also will say this as my final words. It was not enough. We still need, in my opinion, one more high quality one tech, just to make sure that we can continue to improve our defense throughout the season. One more stiff back, and it can be a major nuisance on the whole D. That's my final word.
Well, I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. The Cowboys have pulled to 500. They're 2-2, so they're not really good, but they're not really bad either. They just alright. That's my final word.
Wow, that's nasty. That's nasty work, bro. That's nasty work, bro.
Man, that was tough. Short, sweet, and to the point. So, appreciate y'all for watching. Cowboys get the dub. We got work to do. They will definitely appreciate the 10-day rest. Let these bodies heal up. More importantly, get in that film room. Get in that film room and look at and compare what has happened in the first quarter of this season. 4 games are done. They're gone. Can't get them back. But look at those games. Look at yourself. Look at your play. Look at your execution and see where you can get better. Coaches got to do the same thing. Hey, look at your offense. Look at your defense. Look at your strengths. Look at your weaknesses. What plays are you better at? What plays need work or possibly need to be taken out? But whatever it is you do, focus on getting better. As Boss said, hey, it's time to take a blue pill. And truth be told, we might need 2 or 3 more pills before this season comes to a conclusion, because you're going to need that grinded out end of the year pill, and then you're going to also need that playoff pill. Each one takes a little bit more, but we got to get there because we got to get better. That's what we want to see. As long as this team is trending in a positive manner, I can take that. But hey, good, better, best. Never let it rest until your good becomes your better and your better becomes your best. Until next time, Cowboys Nation, y'all be blessed.
Man, fantastic final word. All right, so this stream was brought to you by BetUS. I appreciate y'all for rocking with us. We're going to be giving y'all a lot of content, getting y'all ready for Pittsburgh. But in the meantime, we 2-2. So BetUS will allow you to get 125% bonus on your first 3 deposits up to $2,000. Y'all stay up. It's Boss Cowboy Sports.
And I put it on mamas. Do it for the soul, for the fam, and the commas. Don't act, be chill with the dramas. All you gotta do is be you and be honest. Eating on papaya with my main thing. Baby getting bread, I'm on the same thing. No rocks in it, what a plain chain. Put my niggas on, they used to gangbang. They be tryna play me like a new guy, but I'm buzzing in the apple like a fruit fly. I be somewhere in Seattle getting neck bone, and I'm really not doing that you should rest on. Uber eat Jamaican to the B&B. All the moves we making, they ain't seeing me. Rooftop bar for the scenery. I give a fuck about a mug and what it mean to me. I'm that saucy little nigga from the middle, man. Told that baby bounce it for me, she gon' dribble that. Got some reefer in the paper, got it mummy wrap. Got no motherfucking minutes for the funny hat. Hey, and I put it on Caesars. All I got is certified Trump beaters. Charge a couple cool K for the features. It ain't about the money, then you probably can't reach us. Hey, and I put it on mamas. Do it for the soul, for the fam and the comments. Don't act, be chill with the dramas. All you gotta do is be you and be honest. Monastery on the front of middleman. What you know about it, baby, riddle that. Heard a lot of rapping, very little fact. You the type of nigga that we giggle at. Gold all on my mouth look like a chandelier. I'm about to disappear and make 100 grand appear. I'm about that cash money stuntin' like my daddy ho. Out in public, let me poke it on the patio. Couple shots of Henny, baby, I'm with anything. And if that nigga run up on me, let the semi sing. I'm playing 2K with that Deuce in my double phone. This for my clients, baby, hit me on my other phone. Pinstripe magic jersey like I'm Hardaway. I used to sweat for my money, found a smarter way. I hop out fresher than a bitch, I'm like, what's happening? No, you can't hold me, ho, I'm busting out the packaging. Hey, and I put it on C.